Yo, what is going on everybody? Today I'm going to be going over this insane Keelan build. Before I go over this build, I wanted to say that this build was founded by NSky. I will have their video in the description down below. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So starting off with Keelan's build, we are going to be building around focus on prey. So the build up top is going to be focusing on cooldown with NP conversion and nimble fingers. We're going to have range with skill expansion. And then for our damage mods, we're going to be running Venom Sanctium, Fusion Amplification, focus on toxic, and toxic amplification with focus on fusion. Make sure that you are using fusion because focus on prey will change your skills to fusion damage. And then we're going to be running spear and shield for the increased skill power. And then the most important mod, preemptive strike. Pretty much what this does is whenever the boss's HP is full, you're going to get additional 17% damage of your max skill power. This is going to be really good for taking down the shields. So really quickly, I wanted to go over the gameplay loop. Pretty much these are going to be the three skills you're going to be using throughout the entire fight. Your first ability, Void Corruption, pretty much you're going to hit them with your grapple, which is going to give them a debuff called Acidic Decay. Once Acidic Decay is procced, you're going to be able to spam your Onslaught ability, which is your second ability. You're going to spam this until your bar is full. There's going to be a purple gauge on the bottom, which is going to be your meter. You want to fill up your meter, and then you are going to want to hit them with Tremor, which is your fourth ability. When the bar is full, Tremor will do the most amount of damage. So that's going to be the gameplay loop. Use your first ability until you get the proc, then use Onslaught, fill up the bar, and then use Tremor and do big damage. So now going over the arc tuning. Before I get into the whole arc tuning and what it does, make sure that you do get these 4 skill trees right here on the bottom, and then make sure you get this HP one. That is going to be the full tree. So pretty much we're going to be focusing on skill power with Colossus damage and cooldown. The mutant cell, we are going to be running arc efficiency enhancement. This is going to give us the most skill power out of all the mutant cells because we're going to be able to just proc it at any time. Now going over the inversion reinforcement perks, we are going to be running selective cellular stimulation and emergency antibody generation. This is just going to give us HP back over time and then give us damage reduction to the boss. And then we're going to be using Arche circulation tactics for ability cooldown. And then for the weapon, we are going to be running the blue beetle. The reason why we're going to be running the blue beetle is for the 115% critical hit rate when you use a fusion skill. For the build itself, just put defense master and tactical charge. That's all you need just for defense. And then for the substats for the blue beetle, preferably I would say just go for 2 grappling hook charge increase ratios over the sprint speed. You don't need anything else. Those are the only things you need. That is the only thing you need is the grapple hook charge time. It will help with getting up to the boss. And then for the reactor, we're going to be running the toxic fusion reactor. The substats are going to be skill cooldown and additional skill attack when attacking a Colossus. Make sure that the mounting is a scout rifle because the blue beetle is a scout rifle. And then for the external components, we are going to be running the full plague set. This is just going to allow you to get more custom resources and do more damage with your toxic abilities. The substats for these will be in the description down below for all the external components. Just know that majority of the builds are going to focus on the cores being HP and defense on all the external components. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about the fellow. Make sure that you do bring the Hagios dog. Pretty much this dog is going to give you HP back every 45 seconds, which is going to really help out with your survivability for this boss. And yeah, if you made it this far to the video, that is going to be everything you're going to need in order to kill Storm Hanger. If you want to leave the video now, feel free. I'm just going to give my thoughts about the boss and what I thought about it. So yeah. This is going to be really short. Honestly, it's an Abyss boss. I mean, to be fair, most Abyss bosses are like this. Someone's going to find a meta for a certain character and they're just going to be really good at it. I'm just really surprised it was Keelan. I thought it was funny that Keelan was going to be the one for this boss. I do feel like someone will eventually find a really good Freyna build and maybe Freyna might surpass Keelan, but I doubt it. Maybe not. Not too sure. We'll see with the new inclusion of the trigger mods. Maybe one of the trigger mods will give Freyna the edge over Keelan and make it like a 12-second kill. But for now, this is pretty decent. 50 seconds to over like 2 minutes is not bad at all. The one really good thing that came out of this boss is the skin. They really cooked with the skin. I am not gonna lie. This is the best skin that has been released for these Abyss bosses. I'm gonna 100% grind these out. I mean, just look at this skin. What can I say? Yeah, they cooked with this one. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.